No, that's carried. Papanui-Innes Community Board, same, Ali Jones is an apology. Moved by Pauline, seconded by Mike. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Spreydon-Cashmere Community Board, Carolyn Potter. And I guess this is your first meeting as the community board chair.
No.
No? Oh, that's right. No, well, the first one for these reporting ones.
I was acting chair last year. It's not quite the same, is it?
It is not quite the same.
I just wanted to comment just at the beginning to everyone how nice it is to listen to other people reporting. And this sure thing, which you have not got yet because the staff haven't handed it around, which is supported by several groupings in the community, including the Christchurch City Council, is a terrific thing.
Yeah.
And I hope to be copied elsewhere. And those kinds of ideas that we get from other boards, it's really nice to be able to hear and listen to them. We had, tomorrow night, I have been invited to the opening of the Kiraroo Club, and I've mentioned them before. They lost their premises to a fire. They were homeless, and they now are next door in the bowling club, which was down to 18 members, and they have bought the building after having saved money for a large number of years, they told me. And I haven't heard of many sports clubs that have saved money like that. And they are keeping the greens going for the 18 members and themselves over the next 5 years. And I so look forward to being there tomorrow because this is such a success story. They run rugby league clubs and softball, cultural club, te reo classes and other sports as well. On November the 5th we had the last meeting of the year, which is what I'm reporting on, and Rowley School presented in the beginning. You know how we give grants to young people to go away for sports and we ask them to come back and report, and very often they don't. And when we were young people we wouldn't have done it either actually, but the Rowley School actually turned up a Rowley group that went to the sports occasion in Tauranga, which we helped them get to. They turned up en masse and they sang Waiata, 3 separate Waiata, just beautifully. And they started what was going to be a reasonably tense meeting off in the best of style. That was followed by the tennis club submissions on lights and tennis club, and on the lights in the tennis clubs, where the board made it, and the board has made a recommendation to the head of green spaces, and I think the head of green spaces will be acting upon our recommendation reasonably soon. We've had a couple of informal meetings on the annual plan and the LTP, and we are proposing a couple of changes from that which we presented to Council before Christmas as our first draft. We are discussing a legacy project, and we will be asking, we hope, for some very small amount of seeding money for a project that we would like to see to come to fruition, possibly when the Council's got slightly more money. Though that's the best thing, is listening to the other boards reporting on new libraries being opened, etc. That's just a cool thing. One of the things we are instituting this year is meeting the boards of trustees at their meeting. So we are asking to be in other words, be a submitter or a participant at the boards of trustees of all our schools, and we're hoping to get all our schools done in the coming year. And one of the things we will be introducing, though we hope that the conversation will be mostly them telling us about their issues, one of the things though we would like to discuss with them is talking about our participation in the school, particularly when it comes to democracy and encouraging children and young people to participate in the processes, for example, of council. And we'd like, it's probably impossible to make it sexy and exciting all day, every day, no matter what you might think of your own ability to do that, Glenn. But we can try and say how important it is to be here. And we'd like to be able to do that at those meetings. And I think that's it. Finally, I can't sing, so naturally I've introduced a waiata at the beginning of every meeting, and we had Christmas carols sung at our Christmas party. So I stand very close to staff members like Arahanui, Grace and Solomon whenever we are required to sing under this new regime. But so we're hoping that we can get some encouragement too from the Māori advisors and council about what else, the kinds of things that we could do to further our engagement with Māori and comply with the treaty. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. And the initiative around the meeting with the boards of trustees is fantastic. It's great, and I think your idea that people come here and then they hear other great ideas that boards are doing will help spread those ideas across the city.
Absolutely. It's really terrific to be here, actually.
Good. Tim, Phil.
I just want to acknowledge Carolyn's chairing publicly. The issue that she mentioned with regards to the tennis courts was a very sensitive issue, and whenever those types of things come up on our community boards, it's so important that everybody feels that they are heard and the debate is in public, etc. And I just wanted to publicly acknowledge Carolyn's chairing of that issue and the board at that time. So thank you, Carolyn. It was extremely well done.
Thank you, Tim.
Phil.
Thanks, Carolyn. I particularly wanted to add to the comments that Leanne made about the links with boards of trustees, because I think that whole education sector is something that we, as a council too, need to develop, and it's just so important. So, and I think the planning that you outlined for the board sort of program, if you like, I think it's really good. You've been proactive as a community board in leading that. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Yep. So you'd like to move the report, and seconded by Tim. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much, Caroline.
Thank you, Leanne.
And could I invite Aaron Hames and Ryan Rolston, operations,